As what we have seen, the introduction of front-end development. Okay, if you want to become a front-end developer, we have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, introduced by Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1993. HTML is used to create a web pages and add content to the web pages. The latest version of HTML is HTML5. Next, HTML file should be saved with .html extension. HTML is referred as a collection of tags. There are two types of tags, paid tags and unpaid tags. Okay. Next, the paid tag is nothing but the tag which is having both opening brace and a closing brace is known as what, sir? Paid tags. Next, unpaid tags is nothing but the tag which is having only opening brace is known as unpaid tags. Unpaid tags is also known as self-closing tags. Next, we have added the structure of the HTML also. Inside the HTML head part, here we have to use four tags. What are the four tags? Title, style, script, link tag. Okay, this all the stuff last class we have done. Now here I will go through that. We'll see the all the basic tags in HTML. Basic tags in HTML. Okay. Now observe very clearly here. Open VS Code. Okay. Here just first I am opening the VS Code. In that VS Code here, if you want to create a file here, HTML1 folder is available. Just click on that here new file. Click on that first option. Okay. Here whatever the file name you want you can create, but we have to save with .html extension. So for that here I am creating basic tags .html. Okay, so like that here I am creating one file. Okay, I have created the file. Okay, now observe very clearly here. Now I want to add the structure of the HTML. How we are able to add the structure? Here just shift to 1 and enter. We'll get the structure of the HTML. Say yes or no. Okay. Now here we have a few basic tags is available. All the basic tags I'll show you. Okay. Here mainly 6 basic tags is there. Okay. Heading tags. Okay. Now what are the 6 basic heading tags is nothing but it's like a h1 tag. One tag is available. Okay. Inside the h1 tag here I am writing one statement like welcome to HTML. Okay. Like that here I am writing welcome to HTML. Okay. Now here observe very clearly h1 tag is available. Next h2 tag, h2 h2 tag. Next after that here I'll go through that h3 tag. Okay, now h1 h2 h3 h4. Next like that h5. Next again h6. Okay, now h5 h6 like that 6 tags is available, sir. There is no h7 tag. Okay, now how many tags is available? H1 h2 h3 h4 h5 h6. What is the difference between this h1 h2 h3 h4 h5 is nothing but h. Okay, now font size. Okay, now these all are the heading tags. H1 is nothing but we will get big font. Okay, now font size is little bit big. If you want h2, h2 is a little bit small as compared to h1 tag. Okay, now like that we'll get the data. Now observe very clearly. If you want to execute this page, how we can execute? Just go to that file, right click on that copy path, just go to browser. Okay, now in that browser it paste it that. Okay, now just pasted that content. Now we are getting the output or not? The first one, this is a h1 tag. Next this is one what? H2 tag, h3 tag. Okay, we are getting the content in big size to lower size. Say yes or no, sir? Okay, now this all are the this all are is known as basic heading tags. Okay, now you can observe very clearly all the h1 tag, h2 tag, h3 tag, h4, h5, h6 is having opening brace and closing brace. Now tell me, this all are the paid tags or unpaid tags? Paid tags only. Okay, now here in that paid tags concept, here I have given few space. Okay, here can I write h1 tag? Yes, h1 h2 h3 h4 h5. Yes, we can write. Okay, next after that, okay, we know all the basic tags. Next here after that I want to write add some paragraph. Okay, and I want to write some paragraph. So what I want to do here, if you want to create a paragraph, okay, then here we have to use one tag called p tag. Okay, now which tags are p tag? P stands for paragraph tag. Okay, now here you can add some content. Okay, now here you can add some content. Go to Google. Observe very clearly here what I am saying. uh, okay, here just I'll click on that. I'll write something about RCP. Wikipedia, some content is there here. I'll copy the content, just some dummy content. Okay, I'll copy the content and then paste it here. Okay, inside the paragraph tag I'm pasting that content. Okay, and now observe very clearly. I'll refresh this. All the content is coming or not, sir? This is the paragraph tag. Okay, again observe very clearly, sir. Already we know now we are very busiest persons. We don't have that much time. Go to Google, copy the code, again paste it. So tell me some default things. Here we have one beautiful option, that is nothing but lorem. Just click on that lorem 5. Okay, now here we'll get the 5 words of content, some dummy content. Lorem ipsum dollar sit something, some content. Okay, lorem 5 is nothing but we are getting some 5 words of content. Okay, if you type lorem 10, here we'll get some 10 words of content. Okay, otherwise here I'm writing here lorem 50, here we'll get some 50 words of content. Okay, we are getting the content or not? Okay, I want some 250. Okay, we can write, no problem. Okay, now how much content you want, you can create. Okay, now based on that we'll get the content. Now observe very clearly, we are getting the content or not? Lorem ipsum dollar sit something, some content we are getting. Okay, now so to get the content, what we have to do here, we have to use lorem. Okay, now that is the stuff. Next, after that, here you can observe very clearly here, I want to break the statement here. For example, anyone what you only tell me in that paragraph. In this paragraph you only tell me any one word, and again tell me that what is available in which line. First line, what is the word? Where, sir? First line, huh? Okay, no, tell me something middle words. Where, which statement? Third line. Okay, done. Now observe very clearly here. I'll check here where the magni is available. Okay, here available now. So here observe very clearly, I want a perfect break here. I want to break the statement. Okay, so here we have to use one tag called break tag. Okay, now br tag is nothing but what? Break tag. Now observe very clearly, this break tag is having only opening brace. Now tell me, this is a paid tag or unpaid tag? Unpaid tag. Okay, now I will execute this. Okay, now we are the statement is breaking or not, sir? So like that here we can use. Okay, now again observe very clearly, can I write in break tag inside the unpaid tag? Yes. Okay, so here I'm writing break tag. Break tag is a unpaid tag. Okay, now okay, done. Next, after that here, so to add the content, to create an paragraph tag, we have to use tag called p tag. To break the statement, we have to use tag called br. This is nothing but break tag. Okay, now clear? Next, after that here we have some other tags is also available. For example, observe very clearly, here I am writing one tag, one h1 tag. Here I am writing inside the h1 tag, here I am writing, it's like a, for example, isala cup namde. Okay, something, one statement I am writing. Observe very clearly, by default we'll get that statement from starting onwards. Say yes or no, we are getting the content by default starting onwards. Say yes or no, I want that content exact center. Okay, I want that content exact center. Then here we have to use another one tag is available, that is center tag. Inside the center tag we can mention any one, the tag which is you want to present inside the perfect center. The tag we should use inside the center tag. Okay, now observe very clearly, I'll refresh this. We are getting center or not, sir? Okay, so like that here we can use. Okay, that is the story about center tag. Next, after that here, if you want to print some underline tag. Okay, now if you want to print some underline. Okay, now underline, if you want underline, then here we have to use one tag called ul tag. Okay, no, u tag only, u tag. Okay, here I'm using here isala cup namde. Okay, now here we will get underline for this isala cup namde. Okay, we are getting underline or not here? Observe very clearly, we are getting underline or not, sir? Okay, now there. Okay, next, after that here, I don't want underline, I want line on that content. Okay, now I want line through the content. Then here we have to use another one tag called strike tag. Which tag, sir? Strike tag. Okay, again here I'm writing isala cup namde. isalaka namde. I'll execute this. We are getting the strike or not? Okay, na? Then here you'll get one doubt. Okay, sir. While we are writing the h1 tag, h2 tag, h3 tag, h4 tag, h4 tag, h6 tag, we are getting the content in line by line. Say yes or no? But in this case, like this underline tag and the strike tag, we are getting the content in same line. Say yes or no, sir? That is also one important question. That is the that this concept will come in that inline state, inline tags under like a block level elements and inline level elements. There we will discuss. Okay, now why we are getting few content in same line, why we are getting the content in line by line, that also we will discuss end of the session. Okay, next after that here observe very clearly, I'll go to that some other tags is available, strong tag is available. Okay, now strong tag. Okay, now here also I am writing same stuff, some dummy contents are okay now. Strong tag. Okay, we are getting content a little bit bold or not, sir? Okay, now so here another one tag is available like strong tag only. Here we have another one tag called b tag. B is nothing but bold tag. Okay, now bold tag. B is a bold tag, br is a break tag. Okay, now so I'll add the content here also. You can observe very clearly. I'll refresh this. Okay, same here also we are getting the content in same line and both are looking like a same. Say yes or no, bold and a strong tag. But here another one tag is available, that is a I is nothing but italic tag. Okay, now I is nothing but what? Italic tag. Okay, now here I am writing again visala cup namde. Here we'll get the content in little bit slope. Okay, now little bit slope, some angle. Okay, I'll refresh this. We are getting the content or not here? Observe very clearly. Visala cup namde. Okay, now so that is the stuff. This all are the basic tags. Okay, now next here we have another one tag is available, that is nothing but subscript and superscript. Okay, now what is that? Subscript and superscript. Here I am using that subscript and superscript in a some paragraph tag. Inside the paragraph tag here I am using subscript and superscript. Okay, now then only we can understand. Okay, subscript is nothing but here we will get the content. For example, I'm going to write here one statement is there. Okay, now sit at dollar like that. Okay, now you can take the middle line of the statement, middle line. Subscript will come down of that line. Okay, now statement down of the middle line. Okay, superscript will come upside of that line. Okay, now like that we will get. Okay, now here I am using subscript. Okay, subscript here I am using some statement rcb. Okay, next here I want to use superscript. Sup is nothing but superscript, sub is nothing but subscript. Here also I am using something like a, here I'll write virat. Csk is not in the list, I'll write mi. Okay, now observe very clearly here. I'll refresh this. rcb is in a subscript na. Otherwise mi is in a subscript, RCB is an superscript. So in this case, what will happen? Tell me. MI will come down, RCB will come up. Okay. Now observe very clearly here. Here you can observe very clearly. Subscript is nothing but middle down and superscript is nothing but middle up. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, the subscript and superscript? Okay, this all are the basic tags is available in HTML. Okay, 1 minute, give me time. I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. Okay, these all are the basic tags is available in HTML. Still another one tag is available. Okay, I'll show you that also. How to add the structure? Shift 1 enter. Okay, done. Now in this case you can see some like a few news channels is available. In that news channels, otherwise you can see some nice institutes like a Naresh, some other institute also. In that institutes, one entrance only, one beautiful one like a uh, uh, screen is available. In that screen, there some content is available. You can see in the news also, sir. Scrolling content is available. We are starting new batch. Okay, now we are starting new batch. Some scrolling content. Otherwise, breaking news. Okay, now so like that, some content is scrolling. If you want to create that scrolling content in HTML, here we have to use one tag called mark you tag. Okay, now to create a tag called which tag, sir? Mark you tag. We have to add inside the body port. Sorry, mark you tag. Okay, now this is the mark you tag. Before going to that mark you tag, here I'm going to explain one basic stuff. That is nothing but, first of all, what is an element? Okay, now what is an element? Element is nothing but, here in that HTML, what is HTML element, or we can say element also. Element is nothing but opening brace and closing brace, opening brace and closing brace, and in between the content, opening brace and closing brace, and in between the content, in between the content is known as what, sir? Is known as element. Okay, now element is nothing but opening brace, closing brace, and in between the content is known as element. Okay, now here I am creating one element, for example h1 tag. Okay, here I am writing welcome to html, welcome to HTML. Next, here I am closing that h1 tag. This is the element or not, sir? Okay, now this is an element. Each and every h1, each and every tag in HTML is a element only. Next concept, that is nothing but second one. Element is completed. Now we'll go through that attribute. What is attribute? Okay, now what is attribute? Observe very clearly here. Attribute is nothing but, okay, now attributes are used to add additional functionality to a tag. Okay, now why we are using attributes are here? Attributes are used to add additional functionality. Okay, now add additional functionality to a tag. I'll show you. Okay, now how many attributes is there? Each and every class will discuss few new bad attributes. Okay, now observe very clearly. This is a mark you tag. Okay, now already we have seen few tags, all the h1, h2, h3 style. Any tag can contain this the behavior and direction. Say yes or no, it's not contained. Okay, now okay, no problem. Now observe very clearly, inside the mark you tag, here I am writing join Java full stack. Okay, now join Java full stack. Like that, here I'm creating one content. Okay, now I'll execute this. I'll refresh this. Okay, observe very clearly. The content is coming or not? Okay, now join Java full stack, scrolling content is coming. But here you can observe very clearly that content is coming from that side. We don't want like that. I want from this side. So for that, here we have to use here. Okay, now actually what is the normal tag functionality is coming from that side. But here I don't want that side. We want to add proper way. So for that, here we have to use one attribute called direction. In that direction, here I am using right. Okay, now in this direction I am using right. Okay, again observe very clearly, we are coming from this side or not, sir? Okay, now so here by using this direction attribute is adding some functionality or not? Yes, which functionality it is adding? Actually the proper way is coming from left to right, but here this by using this direction functionality we are adding from right to left. Say yes or no, we are adding some functionality or not? Okay, now that is the stuff. Next, after that, here observe very clearly. Okay, now for your clarity only, I'll use one extra attribute, but this attribute we will discuss in the CSS part. That is nothing but style. Okay, now style background color, I'll go through that blue. 1 minute. Style background color blue. Okay, now observe very, this is CSS code, don't worry about that, we'll discuss again. Okay, I'll refresh this. Okay, now we are getting some background color also, but it's not looking nice. So if you want to here I'll add another one property, that is nothing but here color. Okay, now what is the property here? Color is nothing but the color will be applicable for content. Okay, now not a background. Background color is nothing but background color is applicable for tag. Content is applicable for only text. Okay, now whatever the text is available, that text we are getting the background color and content also. Now it's looking nicer. Yes, say yes or no, sir? Okay, if you want to create and scrolling content, which tag we have to use here? Mark you tag. Okay, now mark you tag. In that mark you tag, here we have one attribute. What is the attribute here? Direction attribute. Why we are using this direction attribute? Tell me, sir, why we are using this direction attribute? By using this direction attribute, we can change the direction. Okay, now from left to right or right to left, like that, here we can change the direction. Okay, now say yes or no, sir? 1 minute, give me time. I'll prepare this nicely. Here I'll use style tag. Okay, style tag. I want to use style tag. Where I have to use the style tag? Inside the head part, we have to use the style tag. Okay, no, sorry. Here we have to use style tag. Okay, here I am using one tag called style tag. Inside, why we are using the style tag? By using style tag, we can write CSS code inside the HTML file. Okay, now so here I want to styles for this marquee tag. Okay, now so which so here I am providing the styles for which tag? Marquee tag. So for that here I am writing marquee tag. Okay, after that here we have to open the braces. Inside the braces, whatever the styles you want, you can provide. I want a background color. Okay, na? So just I'm providing background color. I want to use blue. Next, text color. So just I'll go through that color. Okay, na? In this color, I'll go through that white. Okay, na? Sir, you guys don't worry about that. Why? Because this is a CSS property. All the background properties, text properties, font properties. There are different types of properties available. Each and everything we will discuss. Okay, na? As of now, it's if you are using this stuff, then it's looking nice. So that's why here I'm using this. Okay, okay, done. Okay, done. Mark your tag. I'll refresh this. Okay, we are getting content or not? Okay, done. Now observe very clearly. You can observe here, but okay, direction is there. Next, observe this content. Content is coming from a left side. Okay, after that here we have letter J. After J is going to out, then here again J will come. Say yes or no. After completing this, then only it's coming. Say yes or no. I don't want like that. Okay, first ఇలా వెళ్ళాలి. Next ఈ కార్నర్ టచ్ అయ్యి మళ్ళీ ఇలా రావాలి. మళ్ళీ ఆ కార్నర్ టచ్ అయ్యి ఇలా రావాలి. Okay, in this case here we have to use one attribute called in this behavior one attribute is there now. In that attribute here we have to use alternate. Okay, now what we have to use here? Alternate. Whenever we are using alternate, now we'll get the output. Now observe very clearly here. Yes, it's coming or not, sir? So like that I want, but still we have one problem. That is nothing but it's going very slow. Say yes or no. If you want to increase the speed, if you want to increase the speed, here we have another one attribute is there. That is nothing but a scroll amount. Okay, now what is the attribute available here? Scroll amount. Here the scroll amount is available for from 0 to 30. 0 to 30. For example, here I am giving something some 20. I'll give. Okay, now I am giving what? 20. I'll refresh this. Okay, it's going a little bit fast or not? Okay, na. Again here I'll give you 30. Yes, sir. Yeah, super fast. Okay, I don't want this much speed. So then what I want to do here? Just I'm giving 3 or 2 or 1. Now observe very clearly. It will go very slow. Okay, na? Like this. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, how to use the marquee tag? In this marquee tag, how many attributes is available? 3 attributes available. Behavior, scroll amount, direction. Okay, now clear what I'm saying here? Okay, any doubts in this concept? Okay, this is the story about what? Marquee tag. Okay, now clear any doubts in this concept, sir? Done. Now everyone open your laptops.